Good morning and welcome back. Students, in yesterday's class, we have started studying Amma Etta Edu's play Enoa. And I have already told you about the structure and setting of the play and also about the characters. Now, today, I will give you a brief summary of the play so that you'll get familiar with the story and development of the plot, as it will help you to analyze the play and understand its deeper implications. The play begins with a prologue, and we are introduced to two characters, the old man and the old woman, and they are collectively known as the mouth that eats salt and pepper. They set up the action of the play. They present before us the world of the play, focusing on the oddness of a girl called Enoa. Enoa has refused to marry any of the men who asked for her hand for several years. They say that many believe Bedua, her mother, has spoiled her daughter, and because of this, she has become a spoiled child, a disobedient child. The old woman thinks that Enoa is a born priestess and Bedua has denied her daughter's destiny. So, this is the main point which you have to keep in mind, that people think, the old woman thinks that Enoa is actually a different type of a child, but she is a self-willed woman, a bit headstrong also, but her mother, she has denied her daughter's destiny. They believe that she can become a priestess. People believe that she can become a priestess, but her mother thinks that Enoa is her only child, and that is why she cannot allow her to become a priestess. Now, the play is divided into three phases: phase 1, phase 2, and phase 3. So, in phase 1, after the prologue, the scene begins in the village of Yebi in Ghana, sometime in the 1870s, where we see that Enoa is fetching water for her mother when she sees Kofi Ako. They both smile at each other. This moment together is witnessed by a woman and her husband. As the woman stares at them, she drops her tray and, looking at her, Enoa and Kofi, they both laughs. Here inside the cottage of Enoa's parents, Bedua, her mother, is cooking food and worrying aloud about her daughter's refusal to get married. Her husband, Osam, Enoa's father, enters at this point of the time and tells her that she complains too much, and he is not much concerned about Enoa's situation, and reminds his wife that he wanted to apprentice her to a priestess. But Bedua is horrified at the suggestion, because she don't want to let her only child become a priestess, because they are not people, they are not normal people. And this is what Osam wants to convince her actually. Osam points out that Enoa is not a normal person, so that might not be, this is a bad thing. It is something different for her. When they were discussing this thing, Enova returns and informs them that she has agreed to be married to Kofi Ako. Bedua becomes angry. She believes that Kofi Ako is a good for nothing man, and although he was a handsome man, but he belongs to a family where men do not prove as good spouses. So Bedua tries to draw Osam into the conversation, but he will not take sides and he remain quiet. Then we see that after some time, Enova is packing her belongings. She and her mother argue about her marriage a lot. Enova insists she likes Kofi Ako. She loves him, while Bedua insults the family of Kofi Ako. Osam contradicts his wife, insisting that they have made good husbands. Enova pledges not to return to Yebi for a long time and that she will help her husband make something of his life, because Bedua, her mother, she believes that he is a lazy man and he could not do anything in life. Bedua points out Kofi Ako's every failure, and she and her daughter almost come to blows. Finally, Enova marries Kofi Ako and leaves the village of Yebi forever. Thus, at the end of this phase 1, the old man and the old woman return on the stage. The old woman believes children have become more disobedient and that Enova is not behaving properly with her mother, while the old man, he was of a progressive mind, or he denotes progressiveness, and he says that Bedua should be happy that at least Enova has married at all. So with this, the phase 1 of the play ends. Enova marries Kofi Ako. She has differences with her mother on this issue and she leaves Yebi forever. Then phase 2 begins and time has passed 2 years later, and what we see that Kofi and Enova, we see both these characters, the heroine and her husband, on a highway road. They both are working hard. They are trying to do some business with the Britishers and are able to live a decent life. They started dealing in animal skins, doing some kind of business related to that, and they are quite happy, we can say playful and affectionate. But we also notice that here in this phase, Enova asks Kofi Ako that he should have another wife, he should remarry. And here the audience or the readers learn that till now they were unable to conceive a child. Kofi wants for them to consult with the medicine man, but Enova wants to see a traditional Western doctor. When they were discussing about this issue, Kofi changes the subject to slaves. He wants to buy several men to help them with their work. He wants to purchase some slaves so that they can do their work easily, they can develop their business. But here we see that Enova gets angry by this suggestion because she believes that slavery is evil. And she also says that if she has no work to do, she will wither away, because actually she is a hardworking type of a woman, and some like she is a self-willed woman who wants to do something in life, who wants to live independently, who wants to follow her own dreams. But she was unable to follow her dreams, or she was unable to get that success which she desires for. And we also notice that in this phase 2, uh, differences have started, or there is a kind of a strain in the relationship between Enoa and Kofi Yako. With this, the phase 2 ends. Students, phase 3 is a bit longer, and so we will discuss it in tomorrow's class. Till then, thank you.